Y'all, it was hot today, and I don't know what's going to happen with Poodle because y'all know how he gets. He's like a gremlin after midnight, but with a poodle with the heat.
When poodles,
walk away.
we like fade like a hothouse flower. It wasn't good. It was almost 90 degrees in Los Angeles today, and I know Chicago's dealing with like minus 20 wind chill, y'all. Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gaze. Let's love.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the 90-day gaze.
Welcome to 90-day fiancé gaze.
Boy, why don't you say that again?
90-day gaze. Welcome to 90-day gaze. I've had a long day. I will not accept that from you.
But I'm happy to be here. You know
I'm
why?
happy to be
I know,
here.
I mean, you are too.
And it's cooled down now.
It is very nice now. It always, y'all, this show is it's just like a voice in the wilderness crying out to say.
Like John the Baptist.
Yes, just let things go and have a good
time. Let my people go. Anywho. Y'all, we have huge news tonight.
Oh, we do have huge news.
This is
big,
our big,
girthy.
This is big,
throbbing,
pulsating news. Googie. Ow! You came in my eye. Sorry.
Y'all.
Come at us if you've ever had cum in your eye.
Oh, man.
It is not good.
You know, I have a story about that. So this is going to get graphic. This is...
Can we skip this and go to what our announcements?
Sorry, it's too late.
Damn.
I was hooked up with this guy years ago, and his name was Matt.
I like it how you say that I'm the whore, but you always tell stories that are graphic.
Well, I knew people on a deeper level before because I talked to him for 5 minutes on Grindr. And then I went over to his house. And so anyway.
Is this the one who brought his toothbrush?
No.
That's a different one.
And so anyway, I go over to his apartment. He's a really nice guy. Seemed to have fun. Well, then we started making out, and then we wanted to have sex. And he said, go get the condom. And I said, okay, for you. And he said, no, for you. And I went, what?
You're like, wait, I don't know how to put it in someone's butt. I wanted to be like,
this spot is going to be a top. Anyway, so, needless to say, I did the best that I could. I thought it was fine. He seemed to enjoy it.
And you kind of like pushed your butt up against his, and you thought that was what it was.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was coming to the time, of jubilation and,
celebration of all ages.
Of all ages.
Fireworks.
So, that's what Katy Perry really meant, And so...
Can we get through this faster?
So I jubilated, so to speak, and I totally came in his eye.
Oh, my.
And then I hit his eye, and he went, oh, God, and he breathed in, and then it went up his nose, and then he started coughing.
And then he did like a fire-breathing dragon.
And then I started laughing so hard. Exactly. I started laughing so hard, and I thought it was funny. And he got so offended that he kicked me out of his apartment and threw my clothes out in the hallway. And I had to put my clothes out in the hallway. And to this day, I call him Cockeyed Matt.
Oh, well.
That's that story.
Yeah, that's a kind of a sad hookup story.
I'm just saying it happened. So don't do it.
Where we were going with this before that long digression, which had a lot of sad moments in it.
Well...
Why do my hookup stories always have a funny part to it?
Because you're a dirty whore.
Y'all, do you notice how I'm a whore and he's just like,
I'm sex
whatever?
positive.
Anyway.
Actually, we are sex positive. There are no sluts in the Sissy Squad, and there are no whores. I commented.
I'm raising my hand. Sluts, come for me, sluts.
Come for me. We're all.
Yeah.
You do what you want
Y'all,
and get good at it.
It's a bunch of dick pics in there.
And
it
we
just
love
is.
it.
Sweet dick pigs.
Anyway.
Okay, we're going to get around to our announcement, but you wrenched away the floor from me. Y'all, our Patreon is live.
Our Patreon is live. And
It's what you've always wanted and you've
before-
asked us for.
Before Heather Torres drives off the road and goes,
Before Ashley Bacino or Bacino or whatever the fuck your name, how do you pronounce your name is, sells her child to get our Patreon.
The biggest dick pic of all, I have to say. That girl,
Y'all,
God love her.
I'm telling you, it's a fucking Facebook book full of dick
and
pics.
we are here for y'all. Woo!
You're
So,
all dick pigs.
By meaning
we can smell our own.
live, meaning that our Patreon page is published and you can go and see it. Now, content will not be available. Patreon content will be dropping every Thursday night.
Big deal. Thursday night at 11:11.
Thursday, the 21st at 11:11.
Our first Patreon drop.
And the content will drop. So you can go
Ooh,
on.
I feel like I'm giving birth.
That's true. We're going to put the link in the show notes, but you can go on to if you.
And I've had so many births. I've never carried one to term before.
And if you just Google, or not Google, if you'll see the show link, or if you're driving, so you can find it then, or if you're just looking at Patreon, if you just type in 90 Day Gays, you will see us.
Oh my God, this is exciting.
We have 2 tiers for Patreon. Poodle, why don't you tell them what they are?
Tier 1 is you will get. Per month, you will get 4 bonus episodes, actually 1 per week, dropping on Thursday evening at 11:11.
5 some months if there's 4.5 weeks.
I guess
of a
so.
month.
Yeah, you'll get
so
5,
once a week.
Once a week. And it will be.
This is exciting.
We will be recapping a 90 days, an episode from the 90 Days Multiverse.
And we are starting.
We're starting off with Before the 90 Days, Season 1.
Yes.
Y'all, we've got Darcy, we've got Jesse, we've got Paul and Karini.
That I can't deal. I can't remember his name, but I can't deal with that hot black guy. We haven't met him yet.
We haven't met him yet.
I think we're going to meet him tomorrow when we record. So it's exciting. We thought we'd start with Before the 90 Days because that's kind of what we started
that's
with
how
here.
That's how
There's
we
still
found
a lot
success.
Of Darcy and Jesse talk, and we thought, so y'all, we have never.
She's still a fucking mess, y'all.
We have never seen
Even in the
these
first
past
season.
episodes
Nope.
ever.
It's new to us.
So it is new to us. And then in that spirit, we thought what would be interesting, being that it's new to us, is that if you're a tier, so the tier 1 is going to be a $5 tier a month.
$5
and then
a month
tier
for 4 episodes, 4 to 5 episodes. So that's $1 measly dollar.
$1 measly dollar,
Mm-hmm.
and then
I spend $3.50 on a fucking latte.
Oh God, don't just. Oh Lord, you're going to sell it now.
now I'm talking like my mother.
Yeah, exactly. And then tier 2 is $15. And what that tier is, it is going to be basically we're recording a video.
Y'all, you're going to get a watch along.
It's
and
a watch
some of you have
along.
asked about this.
It's our version of Pillow Talk.
This is our version, or what we call Pillow Biter Talk.
It's true.
Ow, fuck me.
Safe word.
Pillow Biter Talk. But this is a watch along. It's gonna be filmed, and you're gonna see what it's like to watch the show with us in real time, and us making really inappropriate comments.
It's true because sometimes our initial comments we don't say on the podcast.
Don't say them.
And so,
they're not safe for TV, not safe for podcasting. Definitely.
And clearly, if you do the $15 tier, you get the podcast as well.
Because y'all have no idea how much shit I say that never makes it to the real feed.
And we're trying.
I'm pretty unfiltered.
I emailed our shirt vendor. I'm trying to figure out too how we can get for Patreon members maybe like a little discount for merch, but
we're working on that.
We don't know if that's possible yet. So that's our Patreon.
So
you can go
tier
and read
2,
more about it.
You get tier 1, you get the bonus episode and the video watch along.
I just said that.
I'm glad I was just shamed. I don't think you said that.
I did.
I don't remember that. Maybe I've had too many vodkas.
Oh, Lord.
It's been a day.
Now, look, y'all, we want to say something because several of you have kind of talked about. For those of you that don't want to do Patreon or you can't afford Patreon.
We get that.
We get that. We are not taking away content from you. I just want to preface that.
And nothing is going to be the only thing. There's going to be no difference in. There's going to be. I should say that better. It's not like we're saving all our good stuff for Patreon.
Exactly. We didn't want to. That's another thing. We didn't want to do like some people do early releases for Patreon.
That's not going to happen.
We don't want to
for
do
us.
that because we feel like, especially in the
exclusive
squad,
and we're
we
not
want
gonna do it.
everybody to be on the same page. And actually, y'all, because you know that I'm a cubicle warrior, but Poodle is has his day job as a voice teacher as well.
I teach in my house though.
The goal is the more successful Patreon comes, the more we eventually want to do like 3 to 4 live shows that are free a week. That's
really
our
like
goal.
that, yeah.
And so this Patreon will get us to get more content to you as well for free. So I just want to say that. So
and like if you. And you're not going to kill us, and I'm not going to be pissed off for anyone who doesn't do our Patreon.
No, it's fine.
Do whatever is in your gut to do, or whatever your husband lets you do. If you're one of those women,
I feel like there's not a lot of those women in our sissy squad.
You know what? A
because,
lot of them would tell them what they're
sissy squatters
do.
don't give a fuck.
They kind of don't.
They're for themselves. Anyway, y'all, we're very excited.
Y'all, the Patreon is live, and the first episode drops 11/11 on Thursday. This Thursday, November 21st.
It's true. And
We're
you know
very
what?
excited.
It's so funny is I put it live and somebody already found us and already followed them.
Come on and follow us.
And you know what? I'm not going to say her whole name, but we're going to give a shout out. You know what? Catherine S.
Thank you, Catherine
was
S.
our first Patreon
for stalking
person.
us in a way where I feel a little unsafe.
Yes. Thank you so much, Catherine S. We appreciate you. All right, everybody.
So we're going to get into the episode, I guess.
Okay, great. All right.
Anyway, y'all, check out that Patreon. Thursday at 11/11.
Also, check out your meds because this was kind of a deep, sad episode in a lot of ways.
Okay. First
Shit
of all,
got real.
First of all, y'all, this was a kind of this is not a shitty episode. This was
not shit, just deep, like sad.
Unless you counted the Robert Annie scenes, and those were not deep. Those were just bad.
Those were bad.
And the episode was a lot of those. And so we should start there because Robert.
Yeah, let's start with Annie and Robert.
First of all, y'all, Robert
they fucked in the living room.
Robert is a fucking disaster. And as I said before, I think he is stupid and his eyes are too close together. Something's wrong.
You know, I don't think that they clearly both don't. I don't think Robert is that intelligent. I think Annie's intelligent. I think they both don't have a lot of emotional intelligence. Like,
yeah.
Because when they
Agreed.
fight, it literally reminds me of watching like a 10-year-old brother and sister going, "You're a butthead. I'm not a butthead.
Robert
You're a
is
butthead."
super controlling. Robert is super like, this is the way things are going to be.
Well, I think being that Robert's baby mama left in the middle of the night, he probably has some things he needs to process from that.
Yeah, I would have left too, to be honest.
Well, I have to say, in watching this, did you feel a little bit like maybe she's not as much as a gold digger as she's someone? I think she got catfished a little bit.
She got catfished.
I
Yeah.
think Robert
She got
was like,
catfished.
"Oh, baby, you'll be my woman. I'll take care of you."
It's the same Tania St. John situation where he's on vacation and he's the best possible person, or she's the best possible person, but it's all fine. But when they come down, where he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta pay bills. Oh wait, I don't have a bed for my son. Oh well, he sleeps in our bed. Oh, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment, which is probably not in Winter Park." Like the reality sets in.
Yeah, I think that he totally got into that fantasy on their 8 hours that they spent in the DR on this fucking cruise.
That he probably spent $3,000 on a cruise for.
No, maybe 2,000, but
Maybe.
still. But yeah, definitely Fantasyland.
Robert is going to buy Annie some clothes, and she's really excited. They show up at Avalon Exchange, y'all.
It's like Buffalo Exchange.
It's like Buffalo.
Your favorite store.
So I love Buffalo Exchange. Like, I'm a big thrift store person. Now, if I had a 90-day fiancé, if I had, like, when Sasha came to America, if I had Sasha, to be my 90-day fiancé, I wouldn't take the bitch to a thrift store. I would want to buy her nice things.
I don't even know if I would want to. Well, yes, I would want to buy her nice things, but to me it would be, do you know what the experience for her probably to go to a mall in the United States
and also like
see an Orange Julius, right?
And a Panda Express,
and a
Sbarro's,
and a Sbarro, and then an Aunt Annie's. That's going to be fun to see.
Auntie Anne's.
Whatever.
That's the pretzels. And a Cinnabon. Have y'all ever eaten a whole Cinnabon? Because you are sick by the end.
Oh, you're so
Come at us if you had a whole Cinnabon.
Oh, you're so sick.
Oh, my fucking God.
I try to get the minis just so it's like the same thing, but they're just little, so you feel like you're only eating little.
Yeah, you want another one after it, don't you?
Yeah.
There we are.
Garfield's on my shoulder going, I'm still hungry.
Yeah, we're going to get to Garfield later.
Anyway, I think she just wanted that experience. She wanted a hot dog on a stick.
And to be honest, like, she dreams of America buying like Chanel and Versace, and he brings her to a place where a thrift store is a very American thing. They may not even have like a thrift store, maybe only for super poor people in the Dominican Republic. Like, really? I don't even know. Like, here in Los Angeles, we love it because people are donating clothes. There are all kinds of interesting things. Like, half my wardrobe is from Buffalo Exchange because people donate, like, really interesting, like, weird, quirky T-shirts, and I love those. In the Dominican Republic,
he has a T-shirt problem, y'all.
I have a T-shirt problem. Those of you who knew us from TV Party and other things,
when he would do laundry,
when I would do laundry,
they just commented, "How many T-shirts do you have?"
It was like a clown car, y'all. They just kept coming out of that laundry bag. So many. I need to do laundry again. Anyway, but like, to be honest, it may be a cultural thing. Like, to have other people's clothes is not good.
Y'all come at us if you are either date someone or have family members, or you are from another culture that's not American.
Especially from Latin American culture.
Let us know. Yeah. Is thrift stores, is that like a bad thing? That's a good point, Poodle.
Yeah, and I just thank you. But like, to bring someone to the U.S. and go to a thrift store first, come on. It's just... I feel like
you can't be that dumb.
Obviously, he's promised her more than he's able to give. Obviously.
Clearly. He drives for Uber, not Janet Jackson. Okay? Clearly. And he's 41. And so
I want to bring up one person. I'm going to try my best to tread the line on this one all. There is what I would call younger Demi Moore in G.I. Jane shows up in an Intel Inside shirt. Yo, she's got bad acne, bad glasses, and piercings all over her face. And she is a genderqueer vampire, and she is here to stay.
And she's here to stay, and she is very confused by this fight just happening. And all he or they, let's just say they.
I don't even know.
All they
are saying is, give Rags a chance.
I asked, it's true. I did a benefit for my camp Brave Trails that I started today, and I asked one kid, I said, "Oh, what is your pronouns?" And I asked them, I said, "What is your pronouns?" And they said, "Human." And I wanted to say,
okay,
that's not a pronoun, but okay.
I'm exhausted.
So I feel like that the person who works there, I could see say, "What's your pronoun?" And they say, "Human," and that's fine.
Here's the thing. Let's have a point counterpoint really quickly.
Oh, goodness.
I'm all for everyone choosing their way they want to be.
I'm nervous about this talk to the Sissy
But like
Squad.
when they're doing all the new pronouns of G and ZE, and how in the world is that ever going to be communicated?
You know what? I think part of me starts to think, how's that going to be?
This is point counterpoint, y'all.
How's that going to be communicated? And then I actually think, for me, does it really matter to me? It doesn't, because I'm not trans or gender binary, and so I don't care what other people call themselves because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect my life.
I agree.
And so that's why I kind of, if I don't understand it, then who cares?
But it's not about, I'm saying, how is that going to be communicated that person needs to be called that?
Again, and I don't mean this being flippant, I don't think that's for that person to worry about because they're the one that has to communicate
True.
it. I don't have to worry about it.
But I'm saying if you were a less tolerant person than you or I.
And I know that's a privilege that I can say I don't want to think about it.
It's a big privilege.
But yes, I feel like, especially that live in places that are not just aware of
Can you
this.
imagine you working at like Sonic in Nebraska and
yeah.
say, I need to be called G?
No,
XE?
I do, because those are the kids that go to Brave Trails. They are all they're like from 8 countries and 32 states, and they come to this camp, and they're like, they get bullied. And I mean, someone told a story today of people throwing cafeteria food at them in the food just because they wanted to use the pronouns they, and their English teacher making a point of it in their class and like schooling them in front of the entire class not to use they pronoun.
But here's the thing. I think that they is easier than any of the newer ones.
There's a great New York Times article about, and it was written by someone who's like a language snob and talked about how they had a problem with it, and basically really talked about that actually language has been more fluid than we think, and for us to be rigid in it. It was really, so people Google it. Maybe I'll find it.
I totally believe that. I'm
not disagreeing. I was just throwing that out there.
I'm saying the idea of expecting Bobby Lynn to refer to you as Joe.
I think it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But I also think that if you think about, I feel like every generation has they are always saying something about the younger generation. They don't understand how.
I agree.
And so I think this is just that for our generation.
But I can do they.
By the way, we just had some police, y'all. Don't pull over if you heard it.
And I can do this, y'all. This is just counterpoint discussion. I can do they.
Mm-hmm.
I can do they for people. It's still difficult. I still find it hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting better at it. But man, it is really hard for me to do made up pronouns that are brand new in English.
I feel like that's not happening as much. I feel like most people are adopting they, their.
I agree.
So maybe it won't be this. But, it's kind of like if the cable person's coming to fix your cable and you say, do you know when they're coming? And I say, no, I don't know when they're coming. So it's like we use they and their for pronouns when we don't know already.
And I agree. I'm saying that's fine.
No, I was just saying
yeah.
that. I was just using that as an example.
Anyway, this has been point counterpoint.
And this has been, I like that's a new section. And this is also Trans Remembrance Day. So how fitting.
It is, and in my church today, which is super, super liberal Episcopal, they read the names of trans people who had been killed by violence.
Oh,
and there was
so
a
sad.
lot of them. And
so
y'all, if you're a trans person in Mississippi, we hear you and we see you.
We do. If we have any trans sissies,
Jesus
come at us.
Christ. You need to get out of fucking Mississippi.
And if you want to school us, come at it. And
we will tell you where to go. You come at us on like social media. We will help you get out of fucking Mississippi.
We will. And no matter what you believe, there are people out there that are hurting, so let's send them their love.
Exactly.
They need it.
Anyway, back to the shit show.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I was talking about the
you know why?
genderqueer vampire.
Because that's more interesting than Annie and Robert.
Yeah, they're a shit show, y'all.
I just want to say there's a lot of red flags for me, actually, with Robert. For instance, Robert
has anger issues, too.
He's a dick.
Like
when Annie gets upset and walks out of the restaurant, and he
shames her. He shames her.
He
He's
literally
a shame
walks out
fairy,
and he's like,
y'all.
"What's your problem? What's wrong with you?" Immediately says, "You don't respect nothing. You're so ungrateful. You disrespect me." It was really shaming.
I've got to say that Grills, the restaurant they're in, the sign says, what is it? Here's, our grilling techniques are sophisticated. I appreciated that.
I missed that.
That's why I paused it. So they're at the best restaurant in Winter Park.
At Winter Park.
I will say, Jan, their waiter, can get it.
He's
He
cute.
was he was the MVP of the scene. He would say, "Pardon my interruption," when they would literally be having problems.
He literally would say, if Robert said, money doesn't grow on trees and it definitely don't fall out of my ass. Pardon the interruption.
Anyway, then they start talking about weddings.
I didn't know.
Annie,
Did you feel like this was like
this was
producer
staged?
driven?
Yeah.
I felt like
And so
at this point.
So Annie has this exorbitant request of having a real wedding with a reception, and Robert.
Wait, are you?
everyone from Rob? No, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh yeah.
And Robert says, "Well, everyone I know has just gotten married at the courthouse." Y'all,
Yeah,
she wants to
because
get married in Miami. Now, maybe
she
they
wants
could
to
just
have-
meet in the middle somewhere.
She wants to have that buku wedding.
That buku wedding.
Y'all, if somebody could look up the urban slang definition
Well, no,
of buku.
it's an urbanized version of beaucoup, which is too much from the French.
I guess that's where we get bougie and all that.
That is where we get it. Beaucoup. You're gonna have a beaucoup wedding. Anyway,
Whereas Robert is, you go to the courthouse and then you go to Wendy's, y'all, and that's what he calls a wedding.
but he didn't want no one like eating off of his like money.
No, because Wendy's has a buffet. Remember when Wendy's used to have the buffet?
Yes!
That's what I'm saying. He wants to remember their spaghetti
They
at
had
the
a
buffet.
pasta buffet.
That
It was
pasta
delicious.
buffet. It was so good.
I just got thrown back into my past. There was a white sauce. There was a red sauce.
There was a white and red sauce.
Oh.
Oh my God! That took me. I remember, y'all. We had a Wendy's that opened up when I was.
There was a chili bar.
Yes,
You could get your
I was
fixins.
in 6th grade because I was fat.
You
in
were
6th
fat
grade.
then.
Oh, it's before puberty
Y'all,
hit in.
fat boys love a buffet.
Oh, I'd get the pasta and
Mm-hmm.
I'd put the white sauce and the red sauce and mix it to make a pink
Fat
sauce.
ass.
Oh, I forgot about the chili. Remember, because they had a baked potato bar.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The baked potato bar
Okay.
was so good.
You know you're a fat girl when you reminisce about the buffets past in your childhood.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
that's Robert's idea of a buffet, y'all.
Well, like the idea of him, like it's a normal American thing to when you do have a wedding,
it's a normal world
you're going
thing.
to pay for it and people celebrate with you. I don't understand like throwing yourself against this tradition.
I think he's just being, as he called her, a big ass crybaby. I think he's being a
Y'all,
big ass
he's
crybaby.
awful.
He
He
literally-
is my least favorite person this season, and that includes Emily.
I agree with that. And
Like-
he name calls literally like a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
It's
he's
horrible.
awful. We would have problems in our listenership, but I would prefer to fast forward through all of his scenes.
He
He's
has-
awful.
Truly the emotional intelligence of a 6-year-old.
I would agree with that.
Anyway, y'all. But, y'all, they fight the whole entire episode.
And Annie's voice at the end is like, it's fine. I'm not going to do
I'm
that.
not going to do that until Robert says, well, I got a surprise for you.
And brings out this janky bag that looks like it's been in
I
there
mean,
for 4 years.
4 years. It's not even wrapped well. And he kind of plops it down in front of her. And then she opens
And it's
it.
lingerie, of course.
Remember the lingerie? What was that woman's name? Susan?
Susan,
Carol?
yeah.
Was Susan?
Yeah.
God bless her. I hope she's
She hadn't
doing
washed
well.
her hair in weeks.
I hope she's doing well. And then
And it's also got the lingerie's got tags on it.
it still has the tags on it. I noticed that too. And he takes it out, and then Annie,
She like switches personalities, like
She-
United States of Terror.
Exactly.
She like goes into like sex demon mode.
I loved that show. Ugh. But yeah, she literally goes, so, what did she say? She said something like, wow.
Ay, so cute.
She said, wow, what a sexy.
And then like the music turns into like bow, 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 wow, wow, wow. What I called Skinamax guitars. Wow, 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 boner. Exactly.
And Robert, they cut Robert in the confessional scene. yeah, I just feel like I'm seeing a different side of her, and so
yeah, it's a different personality
she's a
when you
different
buy her
personality,
things.
and I see a couple of red flags. And then cut to her walking into the bedroom in sexy lingerie, and him going, giggity, 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 yeah. Everything is fine now. Because y'all, they just literally said on the bed, I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to fight either. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue either. And then they just agreed to
terrible.
stop talking about it, and it's going to go away.
It's terrible.
And now they're fucking, so he's happy.
They went to Fucktown, and
y'all,
so it's fine.
And you know they do some freaky, deaky shit. I mean, woo! Anyway.
So we should talk about our new Lonely Heart, who appeared this episode.
Mike, who's 34.
Who's 6'7", who all things point to huge dick. If
really?
You're 6'7",
do you feel like? But I don't feel like his face looks like
girthy. It doesn't matter how long it is. It's girthy as fuck. If
you
you're
think?
6'7", yep.
I don't know. I'm a little on the fence.
If you're 6'7", it is satisfactory.
Yeah, although I don't have the second sight like you do, but I don't know.
No, it's not long. It's not impressive. Let me just reiterate. It's not impressive. It's girthy. It's almost too girthy. And you'd have to kind of settle yourself like you were like trying to fit into a small seat. Yeah, to get onto
like a
it.
Squishy seat.
Yeah. Anyway,
he's 6'7", and he loves being the center of attention.
And one of my favorite things is you can see me no matter where I'm at because I'm big.
I kind of enjoyed that.
Let's talk about the way we say his hometown.
Squirt.
It is Sequence? Squims?
Squintum?
It's spelled Sequuim, but he says it Squim, Washington.
Y'all, it is right on the border of Canada and Washington. It is up there.
AKA Nowheresville.
I mean, it is fucking
in the middle of nowhere.
There. It's like you fly to Seattle.
Town of 7,000.
And then you've got to like go across the ocean to the other peninsula of Washington. Exactly. It's like Paul going to go see What's Her Hoover in Brazil.
Now, so this is already redneck, even though it's in Washington.
Y'all, rednecks are everywhere. It's not just the South.
True. And so Mike lives on a farm that he bought from his father, which his father was put it for sale. And I was like, wouldn't you ask your kid if he wanted to buy it first?
Maybe.
It was a strange situation.
A different way. A tree farm, I believe.
Yeah, tree farm, which he has a weird accent too. He's like, tree farm. Anyway, and then he walks out and says, Bojangles. And both of us said, what a cute name for a dog. And then a strange toothless thing comes out of the barn and goes, just translate this.
Hi. What's up?
Pussy.
It's happy as a clown. Happy as a clown.
And scene. Y'all, we'll be translating Uncle Bro Jangles quite a lot.
Quite a bit.
Because y'all, even like the subtitle person had a problem with Mr.
There was
Bojangles.
a lot happening. Now that say, he looks like, I mean, if that is not the deposition of simple man, simple life, happy life. He lives in a barn, and he said, why not?
I want to touch on what you just said.
I'm just a young chicken, and I want to live in a barn.
And I don't really know if that was Mike's speech impediment, or did he really say happy as a clown?
He did say happy as a clown.
We all know that the saying is happy as a clam, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is an accepted saying.
Why do people say happy as a clam?
I don't know. I'm sure someone on our Sissy Squad could tell us.
Someone knows.
All I know is happy as a clown. Most of the clowns I've known are not happy.
They're sad. I just saw the Joker yesterday. He was not happy.
And have you ever seen like Cirque du Soleil? All those French clowns are very moody.
But very hot.
They are.
They're
Ooh,
very
I love
hot.
French
Ooh.
clowns.
Those are the only clowns that don't scare me because
Give me
I
some
want to do
Pierrot
sexy
clowns.
stuff.
Anyway, so happy as a clown's not a real saying.
So y'all, he basically his best friend.
Jangles lives in the barn.
He's
and
lost
his
a lot
uncle.
of weight. Mike has.
Yeah.
And Mike met this girl named Natalie from the Ukraine because his best friend married
Svetlana.
And they have a beautiful daughter named Pollyanna, and I kind of really love that name.
It's too much, to be honest. It's just too much.
I like the name Polly.
Move on. No. Anyway,
That's a good movie, y'all.
And so, y'all, they seem to. He basically
Even
says,
the one with Rudy Huxtable was
She's
good.
beauty and I'm the beast. It's not that sophisticated.
You know who sings that song, everybody?
Certain as the sun,
Certain as the sun,
rising in the east, in as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast. I like how you chose not to sing harmony there.
That is the harmony that
Sing
Celine
it
does.
Beauty and the...
That's what Celine
do
sings.
Do it. Beauty and the... No, that's wrong.
That's what Celine sings. I will play the record.
Do it again.
I'll just sing.
Do it again. Beauty and the Beast. That's better.
But that's not what Celine sings. Because I know, because I lifted weights to that song in high school.
Time.
Anyway.
How are you not gay bashed?
I don't know, y'all. But
I mean, seriously, y'all, it is a wonder every single day how someone didn't put a barbell in your head.
You know why? Because of my big brother who wouldn't let people pick on me. And then after he graduated, my best friend, Sean Farrell. He protected me. I love him to this day. People would come at me, and he would say, get the fuck away from best friend.
Even I would fucking gay bash you.
That's why we all need allies, everybody.
Like, I would call you faggot.
You would have. And he would have been one of those. And then you would have tried to make out with me later. By the way,
I don't kiss women.
That brings up a good segue. Y'all, we do want to say thank you so much in that y'all are crazy, Sissy Squad. You fucking started a GoFundMe to send Poodle and I to Celine Dion.
Y'all, this is crazy.
It is beyond crazy and moving.
And y'all,
and we are very touched.
It was put in my account, I believe, yesterday, and I'm going to pay my rent with it.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No. We're going to Celine Dion.
We're going to Celine
because
Dion.
of y'all.
We haven't decided if we're going to the Hollywood one or the Anaheim one yet.
It's going to be in April. We'll make sure to film everything. We're a little bit like...
My knees will buckle as someone posted a baby giraffe. That's kind of what happened before.
At first, Poodle and I were like, this money should go towards like people who need it.
Nope, I need this shit. I need
y'all.
We're in a fucking impeachment crisis in our country. I need this.
Poodle
I
wants
really
to go
fucking need this.
He needs to go see Celine. So we're going to see Celine, and we'll buy tickets. We'll let you know how much they cost, and then the rest. We haven't decided which charity, but we're going to donate to a charity. What's
Gay
left over.
Kids Inc.
Gay Kids Inc. But y'all, that was very, very moving.
I was very moved.
Sweet.
I teared up.
It was very kind. So thank you very much.
And then I thought what good seats I could get. Anyway, so the secret that Mike has is he's got a big credit card debt. He doesn't want to tell.
He's got a big
Natalie.
credit card debt. They seem like they seem like they actually really care for each other. What do you think?
I don't give a shit about either of them, to be honest.
You know what I kind of hope?
I don't care.
What if Natalie is friends with fucking Maria?
That I would like.
If they do that at the end of the episode or season, that she's friends with Maria, I'm going to lose my shit.
I just feel that neither of them are compelling. Now, one thing I do want to talk about when we were zeroing in when they were doing the Skype thing at the end, the movies that were on his thing, there weren't a lot. There may have been 20 movies.
Mm-hmm.
They included things like Warrant, but strangely prominent was the movie Mrs. Doubtfire.
Everybody loves that movie.
But it was just like, I just did not expect Mrs. Doubtfire to be like on his repeated viewing
Everybody
list.
loves it. I think
I was died laughing inside.
I think that they're actually a cute couple, and I like Mike. He seems just like a nice guy. I feel like I kind of wonder what's going to be the drama in this relationship because they both seem to get along well, and they both seem intelligent.
He is slightly cross-eyed, too, which bothers me a little bit.
I knew they was going to come in sometime.
Or there's a lazy eye or something. Something's going on.
And y'all, she didn't get approved for a visa, and she was sobbing about it. And
she was very upset.
I thought that was sweet, where she was just like, "I just need to see you."
I don't know. I think based on my experience with Maria, I think all Ukrainian girls are just trying to get to the U.S.
But
they know what's happening around them, and they're like, "We got to get it."
But
we got to
after
get
seeing
there.
that hospital that Emily gave birth in, can you blame
Holy hell!
We're gonna get.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get to that. But instead, we're gonna talk about something even sadder than that hospital. Sadder than that hospital, and that is Anna and Marcel.
Anna and Marcel.
Y'all, they're not long.
We are at the park that Happiness forgot. And she's, y'all, Anna's in a high pony, which is not a good look for her because, as we discovered last time, Huey, Dewey, and Louie are in full effect. You can see them all. I mean, Huey's basically saying, you like take a left at Huey, then you take a right at Dewey, and then, as we said, it's straight on till morning to Louie.
To Louie.
And till Neverland. And then Garfield's going, yeah, get it.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly. That's for our Disney Plus listeners. That's for our Disney Plus listeners.
I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I
Y'all,
can fly, I can fly. Garfield.
Disney Plus is sponsoring us even. They have so much. That advertisement, and it's everywhere. You can't shit without seeing Disney Plus.
In Los Angeles, it is everywhere.
It is everywhere.
So, y'all, the moles are in full effect.
I told Poodle that we should take the money from the Celine tickets that we have left over
and give to
Anna. Anna to pay for her moles removal. But he said we couldn't do that.
I don't think we can do that. But I will say that a medical professional on the Sissy Squad basically says, even out of pocket, that's like $100 a mole. Y'all, would that not be worth it? To get rid of fucking moles on your fucking face?
Maybe.
I mean, really.
They were pretty distracting, and I don't really say much.
I will say that everyone people have said, now it's all I can see when I look at her, you're welcome. Because that's my job is to bring out the flaws in human beings.
It's true. I would like to do, again, I didn't talk to Poodle about this, so this is going to be a surprise.
Oh,
I forgot
Jesus.
to tell you. But I feel like as they're sitting in the park and the sun's shining and backlighting her backlighting or giving backlight to her not good high pony, and the breeze is blowing in the trees, I feel like this is a time for 90-Day Gays Theater.
Okay. I assume I'll be playing the part of Marcel.
I assume so. This is going to start where Anna's just asking questions via her phone, kind of rapid fire at Marcel, and Marcel's just responding. And scene. I don't have my phone, so I can't really.
I'm
going to hold my phone just for, even though y'all can't see it, just for artistic realness.
Oh, here we go.
How do you think dinner went last night? Boop, boop.
Oh, you cry. Very sad.
Why do you think I was crying? Boop, boop.
Oh, bees? I love.
Are you going to leave me? Boop, boop.
No. Bees?
And scene. That's basically how
that was basically how it went, y'all.
I just want to say that I held my phone up as a prop, and Poodle looked at my phone. We This was a reliving.
It's true.
I can't wait till we do
We
a live
live
show.
this.
Because y'all are going to
these
think
live shows are going to be fucking amazing.
You're going to think Anna and Marcel are actually in the room.
I would be wearing his shirt that had a grizzly bear on it. Which he bought at some nature center.
It's like, boy, just God bless him.
I want to say one thing about further in this conversation. So they speak in broken English for a while, and so he finally tells her that like when he would tell his parents about them, he's like 10 years maybe on their deathbeds. And I wrote down, what secrets would you tell your mother on your deathbed? On her deathbed. It's time to get personal.
Come at us in the Sissy Squad or tweet us.
Y'all, let's talk about what we would tell our mothers or fathers on our deathbed.
I'll post this on the Instagram, too. What secrets would you tell your parents on the deathbed? You know what? I think a secret that I would tell my mother, well, it's hard because my mother and I talk about everything.
Yeah, and that's one of your problems. Y'all, they have no fucking boundaries.
We know everything about each other. I love my mother. You know what?
No one, but here's the thing. No one needs to know everything about anyone. Come at me. Some things are better left unsaid.
What would I say about my mother?
Or do you to a teller?
Probably. There was one time in 4th grade where we were getting ready for church, and my mother bought this like very nice Liz Claiborne outfit at Dillard's that she would wear like for special things for church. You know what I'm talking about, Liz Claiborne dresses?
Yes.
I know because I went shopping with my mother's in Dillard's and also at Bell's. Y'all come at us if you had a Bell's. And I ended up ringing. The woman loved me so much at the teller, I ended up learning how to use the cash register. I was like 6.
Faggot.
Anyway.
Excuse me.
My mother bought these.
Y'all, I want to fucking gay bash you now.
It's true.
I want to punch you in the face so bad.
My mother bought this navy Liz Claiborne suit, and it kind of had that kind of sailor white top, and then the shoes were navy.
This is gay.
This is a long secret, so she'd have to stay alive for it. They were navy heels, but they had the white tips with the little gold lining.
Where is this going?
I stole those from my mother's closet when I was, I think, 6 or 7 years old, and I remember
that's what you would tell her?
She doesn't know. She went looking for those shoes and was walking around the house and couldn't wear them to church and was so upset that she couldn't find her shoes. But I didn't want to tell her that I had the shoes, and I hid them. And then I eventually ended up throwing them in a field because I didn't want my mom to know that I used to walk around in her heels.
Wow. Y'all. That was a true confession.
What's yours?
I think I would tell my mother that how I learned about sex was reading. I snuck into her bedroom once and found this book called My Secret Garden, and it was all
about
like
your bush?
Erotic stories about women's vaginas.
Oh,
that she owned.
Look at that!
I was mortified.
Wow!
And it was these, and I learned words like prick. Pussy, and
your mother would die.
She would not admit it.
Thank God. Your mother, you would
that's
say
what I'm saying.
That, and your mother would literally,
and she would actually like expire.
I actually think she would come back to life to prove you wrong. She'd be like, God,
y'all come at me if you've heard of My Secret Garden.
Thank God your mother doesn't know technology.
I know. My mother's not listening to this.
Y'all,
my mother doesn't. My mother would say, how do you make money off something like this?
Y'all come at us. Let us know. Hashtag deathbed secrets.
Hashtag.
I'm serious. Use the hashtag deathbed secrets.
Deathbed secrets.
We want to know.
Because Marcel would tell him about a secret family, and I would tell him about my mother's secret garden.
Basically, y'all, it doesn't get better when they invite the kids to have a conversation.
And the kids, and honestly, the kids are completely warranted in talking like this.
Agreed. Now, I do.
They're savage, but they should be.
This isn't necessarily devil's advocate, but more of when going through this, everybody kept talking, and even I know in the squad, yes, I get it. It is reprehensible to deny a mother's children. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But is there a bit of ownership on this that Anna, I know she didn't know, but also didn't really get to know, nor is able to communicate with the person that is coming over to be with her children?
I think she could have done a fucking Google search on Turkish customs and culture and learned that that wasn't acceptable.
I mean, fucking Max knows about avocados in Brazil. And he's a fucking 10-year-old. Like, he is.
Y'all, Max and Sissy are the fucking MVPs of this season.
We love them.
They're the smartest people on the entire show.
We are, and we're going to get to them.
Like 3 times smarter than Robert.
5 times.
Yeah.
But so, Mike, I'm just kind of like, it's a little bit of.
I get you.
I just want Anna to go to therapy and not be in a relationship.
I feel like
badly.
Turkey is pretty reactionary as far as
and also,
customs, as far as the Islamic world.
And also, too,
she had to know. They had to have this talk.
I don't think they have talks.
Maybe they just, the translator just tells them things.
I think they googly eye at each other, and that's basically it. And I think that
they're children.
I think they both. Yeah. I think they both have experienced trauma on both ends of their lives, and they're both stuck in childhood, and they're both 2 kids that are fucking beekeepers trying to have an adult relationship.
Yeah, but it bores the fuck out of me.
I think that's. I don't think. Anyway,
y'all, this was a very plot-heavy episode, so we don't have a ton of stuff to say.
Anyway, like I said, he's not going to be here for long. I think there is some news about Anna was in a physically abusive relationship.
I totally
it's been confirmed. Again, if you listen to this and you know Anna, please, I really hope that she gets therapy or help and I don't think she needs to be with anybody right now.
She gets $300 left over so she can get Huey, Dewey, and Louie cut off. But that's just me. But can you imagine how much more her self-worth would improve?
Oh, yeah, because...
if she had those 3, like lozenges burn off her face?
Her kids are 3 parentified children. Even when Gino said, I don't believe you, when she said
that really hurt me.
That they thought that she would leave her, that crushed me. It was sad.
That means that... because I really did grow up. I really grew up with my both parents thinking that I was the most important thing in their lives.
Yes.
I really did feel that way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And children should feel that way. And if they don't, man.
And definitely Joey, the oldest, doesn't feel that way.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it's hard, y'all, when, like, you've been in trauma and, like, your parents are, like, either fighting or divorcing. You're not sure what and your mom's online meeting people, so you immediately think, I'm not important. It makes sense.
Which... it's not, but you think that. And that whole conversation, too, there was and maybe they edited it out, but.
I would have a problem. I would, if my mother had been divorced when I was younger, I would have a problem with my mother dating guys. I know that.
You did. I did. You totally do.
Did you? Did you see that?
Yeah, of course I had I knew she was. I did not meet.
Right.
Who my mom was dating until... I think they'd been dating for like 6 months before I actually met him.
Right.
And also, I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
So my brother was in college. But still, I just want to say that...
and she should have kept it from you.
Yeah. I think that I wish Anna would facilitate conversation a little bit more. When the boys are talking to Marcel... and Anna's just kind of sitting there biting her lip.
No, we don't know fucking language.
No, but I mean, she's not. I just felt like the boys were on their own.
She's taking his side. She's taking, which is gross.
Anyway,
let's move on to Michael,
pray
y'all.
for that family.
And I've just got to say, I want to start off with, so Juliana's visa got denied, and then so Michael goes to his lawyer. Y'all.
We did not talk about this together.
But you know where I'm going?
I have a whole paragraph about this.
Is the lawyer a little person?
Oh, I didn't have that.
I think the lawyer's a dwarf, y'all.
I don't think can we say dwarf? I don't.
A little person.
I think little person's correct, right?
Like the lawyer has a normal head but a tiny body.
Maybe she's just petite.
She was little person-ish to me.
I'm more convinced.
I was convinced with her outside.
I love her because she didn't really bat an eye when he was like, yeah, they said she was a prostitute. And she's like, well, yeah, that's kind of what happens. That's kind of a little bit.
She was giving me little person vibes all over the place.
I more had the vibes of, was this a PA that they dressed up in a pink suit to look like a lawyer? Because that is not, y'all, my cubicle warrior job is at an attorney's office. That is not a lawyer's desk. It was totally cleaned up.
And there was like shit on the walls.
There was some binders in
weird.
the corner. There was a fucking Monet picture on the wall.
The Monet picture was rough.
Y'all, this was like the copy room of a WeWork, and they just rented it out, and a PA was an attorney. I don't think it was real. It's a problem.
I was getting little person vibes all the way through. Come at me if you were getting little person vibes.
Well, it doesn't matter because Juliana was approved for the visa.
And she got the visa, y'all, and Michael decided the best way to pick her up at the airport was in the douchiest way possible, and that was with a stretch Hummer. If you ever see a stretch Hummer, that person in it is a douchebag.
The inside of it looked like it was a Lisa Frank theme.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
It was
I agree.
bizarre. You know what I've decided with Michael? He rubs a lot of people the wrong way. I don't dislike him. I think he's a nice guy.
No, but he can't not be a douche.
I think he's new money.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? He is new money.
We have a problem with new money in the South
because he keeps talking about it.
Yeah,
and he keeps bringing it up, and he also kind of makes weird dad jokes, like when she got in the car.
He can't help it.
When he said, literally, she just talked about being insulted about being called a prostitute, and he said, "Hey, we're in a limo. Maybe we should make a porno."
Yeah, he can't help it. He's inappropriate.
First of all,
probably a little spectrumy too.
No one says porno anymore.
Nope.
Unless you're an 80-year-old dad joke, you say porn. So I don't know. Anyway, I think he's harmless. But
yeah,
it was
I also want to say that I really believe that they love each other. And
okay.
I would be the last one to say this, y'all, but I think they do love each other.
We're going to say something controversial.
They can't keep their mouth off each other.
We kind of love Juliana.
I love her.
She is charming as
hell.
I
love her. She is.
I think she has a great backstory.
I wrote, this is the immigrant story.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
She is someone who's come from nothing.
And also, y'all, there's been stuff on the internet recently with that she was almost basically kidnapped and sold into slavery. It was really bad.
It was. And you know,
as a child.
It was. And I'm so glad you brought that up because we had, oh man, so many of y'all messaged me.
But basically, let's say her childhood wasn't good, and she would make $20 a month.
Yes,
which is ridiculous on a good day. And my favorite when she said, "Oh my God, you guys have Halloween and you guys have Thanksgiving." And we both said, "Oh my God, we're so thankful to be born here."
We are. We really don't realize how much just what we take for granted here. And I just think that she's now. Granted, it still grosses me out a little bit because they seem a little father and daughter to me, and I don't really.
It's going to be hard for me to get past that, but yeah, I agree.
I'm trying to find, God bless it. Someone left a message in the Instagram, and now I can't freaking find it. But they actually said they were a model, and they traveled all over, and that she looked up Juliana, and she actually does have like somewhat legitimate representation.
I believe it.
Now, she did say when she was a model and she worked in Europe that they would call, this is her word, so don't come at me, but they would call models that did like the yacht parties and stuff, they would call them scabs, and that was looked down upon.
Yeah.
So maybe not, there wasn't like prostitution, but she was in that world that was kind of teetering on model versus sex worker.
I get that, and I would believe that. But here's the thing. There's something genuine about her that I can't deny.
No, she's very, very likable.
I mean, maybe it's just TLC giving me that, but like, I'm believing it.
Y'all, and I'm sorry for that person that messaged me on Instagram, and I can't find it now. If you're in the Sissy Squad or tweet,
well, that was informative.
Yeah, well, I got the gist of it. I got the gist of it.
Anyway, so y'all, they show up at the apartment that's a disaster, and Juliana's like, "We got to do something about this." And Max and Sissy have given them a fucking breakfast,
y'all. They are
amazing children.
This is literally the opposite of Marcel, and
It is.
it's like, and you know what? Again, he might seem a little cringeworthy. Might seem a little douchey, but Michael's a good dad.
I think he's a good dad.
I think he's a great dad,
And
and
I
I think
think-
he prepared his kids.
And I think his ex-wife is a good mom.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
She defended. There was a whole thing. She defended Juliana. They seem to get, which is they supported one another. But I think
This may wind up being the best like Cinderella story this
possibly,
year, y'all.
I think he prepared his kids very well for Juliana and what to expect.
As opposed to Anna, who is like Huey saying, he's a great guy.
and Dewey's
And Dewey's like, I don't think so. I'm going to not talk on this one. And then Garfield's like, give me some more food.
give me some more, but not Turkish pizza. By the way,
And Louie's like, don't forget me.
Marcel wants her to move to Turkey. Turkey is not a really safe place to live right now.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know-
going through some shit.
I don't know how beautiful it is. Anyway, well, of course, maybe this is film now. But back to Michael. It was very moving.
And Max says, or the kids are loving her, and Mac and Cece says she's really pretty, which proves she's a model.
I like that Bridget's a model. That's good
And
enough
of course,
for me.
Cece made everything, and Max is like, yeah, I tried some stuff. They're their own like George Burns and Gracie Allen.
I mean, they really are.
it's amazing.
They really are Maxwell Sheffield and Cece from fucking Nanny.
Maxwell.
Don't ever do that again.
I won't.
No, but love them.
And
I
so
would watch that
Max
show.
heard on the internet that avocados are for dessert in Brazil, and Juliana's like, "Yep, that's right."
I bet Max is fucking speaking Portuguese to her.
Yeah,
and
quicker
and
than
fucking
anybody
Emily
else.
doesn't even know Russian.
Well, supposedly we've learned that they really kind of milked that for the first episode, but regardless, y'all, Emily's in labor.
Oh, that was a good segue. I didn't even mean to do that. You're right.
Regardless, Emily, her water broke during the night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we enter a room that looks like a fucking prison cell. There's a cot, and there's restraints on the bed that the KGB was probably torturing someone an hour before.
Sasha is sitting in like a plastic chair that you
It's
put
a
on
jail
a
cell.
that you put on like on a lawn party. Y'all, the bed doesn't even raise up when she's trying to push. The doctor and Sasha
The
are
doctor
holding
looks
her
like
up.
Prince Valiant. He's
He
got a
does.
haircut, and it is disturbing as fuck.
And he's wearing some weird outfit.
Y'all, none of the scrubs make any sense. It's disturbing. Everything looks like a weird thing you put on your beard.
It's true.
It's like a stocking
It's
cap.
like-
You do not want to give birth in a Volgograd delivery room.
I mean, I bet you, because y'all know her sister fucking shaded the shit
Oh,
out of
y'all,
her.
that sister's watching on pay-per-view going, love it, bitch. Have that baby.
I just imagine her just like drinking her vodka going, that bitch.
Y'all, they fucking hate each other.
I'm just
Her and Betsy.
Betsy.
Betsy came at us.
Betsy came at us, and so she said a little mess because we rented out Pacoima, and I guess we didn't know, but Emily used to live in Pacoima.
No, Pocatello.
Pocatello. She used to
Idaho.
live there. She lived in
Because
Pocatello.
I gave a shout out to Pocatello, Idaho, and Betsy, Emily's sister, came at us and says, "Yeah, the bitch used to live there in Pocatello." I don't know. That obviously didn't take.
Anyway,
So they have a shitty relationship.
you know what? If I ever met Emily's mother, I think I would just hug her because she watched this birth scene and she just probably wanted to vomit.
Yeah,
she was so worried.
Obviously, the parents weren't there.
That said, it's gonna be a C-section, y'all.
Yeah, the baby's breech.
The baby's breech. Also, Poodle, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If your first wife and then your second wife had a baby, would you remember
Still not acceptable.
would you remember where you were on the day the child was born?
I think I would. Even if I was just like the sperm donor.
I don't think Sasha would because he doesn't.
Y'all, I will say Sasha's trying. I still don't have a lot of faith in Sasha.
He really cried when the baby was born, and I bet you 1,000,000% he's going to put that on his reel.
Yeah, he will.
when he moves to LA.
And I would beg for it. Still with Sasha, I would still beg for y'all. Come at me. Come for me.
He is
come for me.
cute.
I'd still beg for it.
They have
Yep.
the baby. It's
Whose name is
C-section.
Dave.
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 Dave. I love Dave.
I love Dave. Now, I will say, I have looked on
David.
Emily's. That baby is the cutest, fucking fattest
Really?
babe.
Oh, that baby had a full fucking head of hair when it came out of
the
her
baby
like
has a
vajayjay.
full head of hair. He's
Y'all,
fat as the day is long.
It freaks me out when babies have tons of hair.
No, but the baby is so fat and looks so much like Sasha. The baby already looks Russian as a baby. Like, no, I'm not
and
kidding.
the baby is like, "Niet."
Yes, exactly. Look at that baby.
Oh my God, that baby is Russian.
That
That baby is Sasha.
I know that baby.
Holy fucking
it
shit,
looks
y'all!
just
This
like-
baby has eyebrows for days.
He's gonna have to go to a threader. Look how fat his legs are.
That's Sasha.
I know he's a cute
Y'all,
baby.
Sasha's DNA is strong.
Anyway, so we're happy that Emily had a baby.
I want to say one thing about, and this goes to the root of when people have babies. When babies come out, everyone has to say, "Oh my God, she's beautiful. She's perfect." No baby that comes out of the womb looks beautiful. It
does
looks
to the mother and the
swollen,
father.
red, and like all kind of chafed. People just should just not say anything when babies come out.
Birth is a violent process. I mean,
But no one should say anything.
what they're
You
gonna
should
think-
be happy the baby's out.
They should just say the baby's
I'm
healthy.
saying that, like, yeah, healthy's fine, but I'm saying that calling the baby beautiful does nothing because everyone says the same thing. And y'all, come at us. We've all seen ugly babies in our time. In my family, I've seen ugly babies.
Yeah, I have to. You would hold the baby, and they would say, "What's Poodle feeding the baby in the bottle?" And then all of a sudden, the baby would start glowing, and you would start going and sucking
I'm
out
like,
his youth,
Ooh, I feel better now.
like Bette Midler and Hocus Pocus.
Yes, amen.
Amen to that.
I think that's all I've got.
I hope they don't have.
Oh, what am I talking about? We have a whole other Lonely Heart. Y'all,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
never finishing in
It's
this
a long episode because we talked about trans people and Patreon.
And Patreon.
Anyway, y'all.
Well, this was a shitty conversation for Tania anyway. Excuse me, Tanya, I mean Tania, which is going to be my name.
I think the most important thing for us to note is someone posted a picture of Sinjin on the beach with short hair when he was
He's
fit.
so much hotter in
His
short hair.
dick was so big
Y'all,
in that swimsuit.
He was
He was
wearing
packing.
and he was wearing like gray sweats for a while. I saw it.
Y'all, Sinjin, we don't really interview people.
Sinjin can get it.
We don't interview people on this show because we don't really want to talk to the cast. But Sinjin,
I would interview you privately, Sinjin.
we will interview you via Skype without your clothes on, and
You
we
can
won't.
meet me in L.A.
And we won't air it, but we will interview you, Sinjin. Come at us.
Or we can just schedule another time between you and I.
He is hot. And you know what? So they're in bed, and Tania says she's tired, and Sinjin's like, "I'm not tired." And then she said, "I know, you're never tired." Do you know what that means?
He can fuck all night like a stallion.
For hours. All night long.
All night.
All night.
All night.
All night long.
All
All
night.
night. All night.
All night long.
All night.
Everyone you meet is dancing in the street all night long.
Fucking with the dick. Y'all, I mean,
I hope you had that playing loudly at your tire change place.
I did.
As some of the Sissy
Did.
Squad has been
I
doing.
hope so, yes. Or for some of you, someone said, by the way, who pulls an Angela, one of our Sissy Squatters, who says, "I put my phone on speaker and put it in my bra and listen." Y'all, whoever that is, you are country
Y'all,
and we
and
love
you're our
you.
people.
You're our people. Anyway, y'all know I don't really like white people, but Sinjin
Yo, he can get it.
as someone
She can get it.
as-
I don't love the long hair, but he
no,
can get it.
I want short hair. Oh,
So anyway, Sinja's like another day full of friends.
did.
And so he's not really
Y'all,
liking Monique and Marion.
Monique is back.
And Monique and Marion, y'all, quiz the fuck out of Sinjin
I
at
mean-
a off-brand sushi place.
I think they could have waited a week. It was an off-brand sushi place.
And they're like, so when are you going to have kids?
When are you going to, like, get a job? When are you? I'm like, y'all, he just got there.
He just got there.
Give the guy a break.
He's literally been there for a day and a half.
Sinjin is still trying to figure out important stuff like which bar he's going to attend
or like what guard to shave his chest hair with.
And what firehouse
These are
he's going to
all
be a fireman
things.
at.
He wants to be a fireman. He wants to be in Hollywood.
They call me the fireman because that's my name.
He also thought about being an opera. He wants to be an opera.
He wants to be an opera.
I thought about being a fireman or being an opera.
Oh, you love George Strait. Come at me. I guess he's a singer. I want to hear him sing. We're opera queens. We'll be the judge of that.
Anyway,
what if he sang well?
I'd climb him like a redwood.
What if he's a beautiful baritone voice?
He should be a tenor or baritone.
Tenor. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway,
y'all. Sinjin, come at us with some dick pics. Just DM them.
Tania and Sinjin they've been going for 3 years, and they're at a classic New York steakhouse.
AKA Ruth Chris.
Probably, which he kind of holds. He
I
just
love
holds
their
a knife and a fork the whole time.
Yeah.
And it looks disturbing.
And you know what? I think they listen to this show because at one point Sinjin said, "Are you coming at me?" And she said,
"Yes!
I'm coming at you." I'm just saying, y'all.
You're maybe right.
This shit's getting meta.
And so Sinjin basically says, let's not talk about having children right now, which is a normal thing to say when you've been together for 18 hours.
Exactly.
Maybe we can go back to your shed.
Does he even know he's living in a shed with Mom?
I don't think he knows that yet.
God, I can't wait.
That Skeksis.
I can't wait for. Is it Missy or Sissy?
Missy.
This is another. Sinjin really called it when he said,
"I'm Team Sinjin."
When he said, "You've created a story and I'm just a character."
You've created a story and I'm just a character.
Y'all, if you were seeing that on your first kind of disagreement, that someone is already basically planning everything in their head and not including you, that might be a red flag.
I would run 180 degrees from Tania.
That is a huge red flag.
She's a nightmare.
And the person that is creating the story in their head without consulting other people, if you're that person, you might want to process
that. I will say the two quote-unquote villains this season are Robert, who's just an idiot, and Tania, who has severe OCD and probably some type of personality disorder.
I don't think. Well, I think she has some narcissism.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a personality disorder.
I was going to say no, and I was like, yes, I know about personality, but yeah, I think definitely. I'm interested to see how much that will play out. Right now, it seems just kind of not acute, but more.
But he's super flexible. He's like whatever.
It's also, but probably what you know who Sinjin is. Sinjin is Matt Mars circa 2001, who's
with Ricky Darting,
who's an overgiver. And our friend Ricky was also obsessed with armpit hair.
She was. She would play with my armpit hair.
That is gross. I wouldn't let her do that. But y'all, she would watch.
And I have a lot of armpit hair, y'all.
She would play basketball games or watch basketball on TV and get moist.
Gross.
She loved armpit hair so much. What I was going to say is, and I'm interested in the Sissy Squad. So, or tweet us, Instagram us, because Sinjin basically said, or Tania comes at him and says that, you think I'm going to have a baby and I'm just going to stay home? And she goes at him of this whole, like you think because I'm a woman.
Super aggressive.
I didn't see that at all.
No.
Right? I feel this is another red flag, is that I feel like anytime Sinjin brings up a point that maybe she sees a validity in, I think this whole relationship is going to be, you're disrespecting me as a woman.
I fucking hate
Or
her.
you're not honoring
her.
I'm a Latina and you're not. I think she's going to throw her difference in his face and make him feel like shit when it's, I don't know, y'all in the squad, did you think this was insulting as a woman? Or did you think she was just making shit
I
up?
want to get her on a stage with she and I just want to humiliate her for like 30 minutes and just tell her everything she's doing wrong. that weird?
I think I maybe a little masochistic. I would like to put her in a group therapy session and maybe let her see herself reflected in other
I want to
people.
let her fucking have it.
I think I maybe would do that in a more therapeutic way than you, but you know
I don't
what?
give a shit. She's an idiot, and she's awful.
You know what?
Like, everyone hates this bitch. Everyone.
I don't know where she's living that she feels like she has. Y'all, if you are 29 or 30 and you feel like you have to have a baby before you're 30, you don't. That is still young. You do not have to.
Yeah, we live on the West Coast where like people don't start having kids till they're like 38 or 40.
So it is fine. You can wait till you're 33. Your Jesus years
Freeze your
may
fucking
Peg is headed.
eggs.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You do it if you don't have a man by the time you're like 35, you're okay. You can keep looking and just put some eggs aside.
And don't be stuck on your life story,
No.
Tania. Come on.
Agreed.
This episode was
long.
very
We talked
plot
about our
heavy. It was
Patreon,
long. It was not our episode.
This
episode
yeah,
of this
you're right.
show was long. There was a lot of things to talk about, and we better wrap it up because y'all Poodle's shaking it off, and that means he's drunk.
No, I've got to
And
piss
so-
myself.
And so
Y'all, it's time for sissy shout-outs.
we are time for a sissy shout out.
It's time for sissy shout-outs.
sissy shout out.
Sissy shout-outs. I'll start.
Sure.
This sissy shout-out goes on to Ellen A.
Ellen
That is
A.
ELLYNA.
Okay.
And this just brought me up to the fact that poor Ellen has had to deal with the fucking parent who named her with the fucking ELLYN, and that bitch has to spell it every goddamn time. So much so that Ellen put on a fucking beret and got an Uzi, and it was a cartoon Uzi, and she went to the DMV, y'all, and they still made her wait. They said, you just got to put that gun aside, honey. Anyway, all that being said, Ellen spends most of her time gardening.
Oh.
And she absolutely, what's the strangest thing is, Ellen is obsessed with trying to make gay tomatoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's trying to find a gay variety of tomatoes.
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 I love that.
Anyway, so she hates the DMV, and she freaked out with the name or way her was spelled, and she loves gay tomatoes.
Look at that, Ellen.
Yeah.
We love you. My sissy.
God damn it, speak.
My sissy shout out goes, I don't think this is her real name, but we're going with F's, and this is her name on Facebook. So I'm going to say the whole thing because I don't think it matters. My shout out goes to Feisty Heather.
Feisty Heather.
Feisty Heather. Feisty Heather's a New Yorker.
That's not a New York accent.
But it's to me. A lot of people don't know, but Feisty Heather's not really a New Yorker. She puts on a fake accent because people don't know she was a sister wife. And she lived in Idaho.
God, I love those outfits.
She was married to a man, and they had 10 wives. And she was the one that made the best cornbread in all of the wives.
I could believe that.
And then one day she realized when, honestly, kind of like you, she discovered porn and realized her husband had a micro penis, and she said, fuck this shit, I'm out of here.
Ooh, I'm off to live another life.
And she went out to ride that big D in the sky, and that's why now
Dick in the sky. Dick in the sky. Y'all, we all see that dick in the sky. It's in the constellations. It's just God telling us it's okay.
and that's why she changed her real name to Feisty Heather, because she's riding that D. So there
Up
you
in the
go.
constellation.
And that's our sissy shout outs. Poodle, what is your straight people be crazy this episode?
I didn't have one.
He just looked at me with wide eyes like, fuck. I'm glad you playing.
You know what it is? Straight people be crazy if you actually expect you have a problem with, like, footing the bill for your goddamn wedding. Like,
That's
gay
crazy.
people expect Gay people put on when two gay men get married, it's like a fucking social event of the year.
It's true.
Like you got to put on such a good event, or people will talk about it.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
straight
true.
people be crazy, y'all. Fucking just as the peace.
My straight people will be crazy is, y'all, do not go to an attorney with a clean desk because they are not working. They're just scamming.
Hashtag little person
They're
vibes.
just scamming you. Don't
Hashtag
do it.
little person vibes.
Don't do it. Y'all, this was a little bit of a longer episode, but I hope you enjoyed it. So
It was fun.
y'all, you can see all the rest of our podcasts, which
On our podcast network, Sissy That Talk.
Sissy That Talk. We did a new episode this year. We recapped Riverdale. For those of you listening to
River
River
Mails.
Mails.
We did an episode
River
of River
Mails,
Mails. We did 1, 2, and 3.
Episodes 1, 2, and 3. The show is still not good.
It's bad. It's bad, but we had a good time doing it.
But we had a good time doing it. You can also check out our Bitchcraft, the Sabrina podcast.
And you could also check out Sweet Tea, which is our Southern Charm podcast from Bravo.
Yes, and lastly, you can check out Dear Maddie. Somebody shouted that out in my interview with Karamo. So
Oh,
I
I saw
appreciate
that.
it. Yeah, I appreciated that. So you can dig into all that.
And y'all, go on our Sissy That Talk page and look for merch.
Yes.
Look for merch because, y'all, we got T-shirts that say you might want to process that. We got Keep Going Queens.
You can get a
We've got
water bottle that says
We've got
has
a
dick pig on it.
We've got a dick pig, an eggplant plus a pig symbol.
Yes, exactly. We've got stuff all coming.
We
And
got a Don't Pull Over, which has
we
been
got
really popular lately.
Don't pull over. And don't forget our Patreon. We're going to put that link in the show notes.
Ooh, y'all, Patreon. Oh, my God.
And also, y'all, I want to mention our Sissy Squad and our Facebook group. That it's our private group that you can ask to be a member of. But we talk about a lot, but I just want to mention, y'all, we really appreciate Jackie Wiseman, our moderator.
I love Jackie Weissman for she's the wind beneath our gay wings,
She
y'all.
really is. Somebody make a meme of that because she is. And also, I just want to say,
Jackie Weissman is what you needed that you never knew you needed.
and you can't solicit on Sissy Squad, but you know what? It's our fucking show. So I'm going to say, if you need marketing or branding questions, she's a fucking whiz at that. Hit her up and pay her
She
because
is.
she will work hard
And
for
y'all,
you 'cause
but
she has helped
make
us
sure
a lot.
make sure you're gonna say I'm gonna fucking pay you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
She doesn't.
she's a genius
Y'all,
at it.
she can't do shit for free.
No, fuck that.
Anyway,
I don't give away shit for free.
lastly, y'all.
Even my sex.
Yeah, that's been.
No
yeah,
shit. I get that
I
shit away for free. What am I
think-
saying?
Yeah, I think everybody knows that.
Um,
How do you say free in Spanish? because
Libre.
that's every time what I hear when I go down when I walk with Poodle, that's all these Latino men just go libre, libre, libre. Because that's what they've heard.
Or no, gratis. That's it.
Gratis. And lastly, y'all know what Poodle's favorite thing is.
Y'all, I love a review. More than anything else, y'all, we're close to 1,000 reviews.
And look, y'all, we haven't forgot about our fucking 100
music
reviews.
review. I'm still.
It's in Jake's corner.
I'm writing lyrics to it. I'm making it really good.
And he's working on it. We hoped that will be out sometime in 2020.
I would say I'm going to work on it in December.
I'd say let's just
It's gonna
say
be more of a
sometime in
Christmas present.
2020. You're going to say Christmas parrot, and then we're going to end up saying it's a July 4th show.
Fuck off.
So, but it's coming. But that said, if we're going to hit 1,000 reviews, we've got to do something for that too. So we're going to be thinking of that. Sorry, there's more to come. But y'all, we appreciate you so much. And remember, we talk about these people because they are lonely hearts looking for love. And at the end of the day, aren't we all just lonely hearts?
Yes, and remember, if you yourself are looking for love in all the wrong places and you decide to get a 90-day fiancé, call us.